Today we're tackling something really practical, winterizing your home.
Right.
But not just any list. We're aiming for the ultimate shortcut. Think maximum impact for your time and effort. Safety, comfort, savings, the whole package.
Exactly. We've distilled this from a great guide by Michigan Home Repair's Ken and Steve's company up in Carsonville.
Good source.
Yeah, they really know their stuff. And they've structured it smartly. Energy savings first, then preventing those, horrible, costly surprises. And finally, safety.
Okay, let's jump in. First up, energy efficiency. This is where you see that return pretty fast, right?
Absolutely. And their number one tip, the draft hunt.
Oh.
So the most important first step.
The draft hunt, I like that.
Yeah, and think about this. It's if you add up all those tiny little cracks and gaps around windows, doors, everywhere, it's basically like leaving a window cracked open, like a 6-inch window all winter long.
Wow. Okay, so you're just constantly heating the outside air then.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Paying for it too. So
Yeah.
finding them is key.
And how do you find these invisible drafts? Is it complicated?
Nope. Delightfully simple, actually. Just wait for a windy day
Okay.
and literally just walk around inside your house, hold your hand up near windows, doors, even outlets on exterior walls. You'll feel the cold air moving.
Huh. Okay, I can do that. So once you find them, what's the fix? Starting with doors.
Right. Doors first. Check the weather stripping, the seal around the edge.
Yeah.
Two main things to look for. Can you see daylight around the door when it's closed? If yes, it's not sealing.
Simple enough.
And also feel it. Is it old, hard, brittle? If it's not compressing anymore, it's useless. Needs replacing. Easy job, usually.
And what about that annoying draft that always seems to come under the door?
Yes. That needs a door sweep. They're inexpensive, easy to install, and they make a huge difference for that bottom gap.
Got it. Okay, doors covered. Windows.
First, caulking. Check the gap between the window frame itself and the wall surrounding it. If there are cracks, fill them with caulk. That stops air leaking through the structure right away.
Makes sense. But what if the windows themselves are just old and leaky, single pane?
Yeah, for older windows, especially single pane, the best bang for your buck is definitely the window insulation kit.
Oh, the plastic film stuff you stick on and then shrink with a hairdryer?
Exactly that. People sometimes scoff, but it works surprisingly well.
How does it work, though? It seems so flimsy.
It creates a trapped layer of air between the cold glass and the plastic film. That still air acts as an insulator.
Ah, an air pocket.
Precisely. It stops the warm room air from hitting the freezing glass directly, which cuts down heat loss massively. Seriously, for maybe $10 in an hour's work per window, the savings are real.
Okay, I'm sold on the plastic film. Now, you mentioned outlets earlier. Feeling drafts there.
Yes. This is a detail from the source I thought was really insightful. Those outlets and light switches on walls facing outside.
What do you do about those?
You get these simple, cheap foam gaskets. You just take the cover plate off, put the foam piece in behind it, and screw the plate back on.
And that little piece of foam does something.
It does. Because often the electrical box sits in a cavity in the wall that's, basically open to the outside air through small gaps.
Okay.
That foam acts as an air barrier. Stops the cold air from just funneling straight through that box into your room. It's a tiny fix, huge impact collectively.
Wow. That's definitely a deep dive detail. Okay, so we've sealed the edges. What about the big escape route for heat? The roof, right?
Exactly. Tip 4, check your insulation. Heat rises. Basic physics.
We all know that one.
But people forget, your attic is usually the number one place heat escapes from. If your house is sealed tight, but your attic is under-insulated, you've basically built a chimney for your heating dollars.
Right. So how much is enough? How can you tell easily if you need more up there?
Ken and Steve have a great rule of thumb. Go peek in your attic.
Okay.
Can you easily see the tops of the wooden joists to the beams on the attic floor? If you can see them clearly, you probably don't have enough insulation. Ideally, the insulation should be deep enough to cover them almost completely.
That's a good visual guide. And adding more. Is that a DIY thing?
It definitely can be. You can lay down rolled bats of insulation or rent a machine and blow in loose fill. Either way, the guide stresses it pays for itself very, very quickly in heating savings. Often just a couple of winters.
Good ROI then. Okay, so sealing up and insulating saves money, which is great.
But, and this is a big but, all those savings mean nothing if your house suffers a major failure.
Like a burst pipe.
Exactly. So now we need to pivot from saving money to preventing potentially catastrophic damage, thousands of dollars worth.
Yeah, this is the asset protection part, non-negotiable. Tip 2, protect your pipes. You mentioned burst pipes. What's the average cost people face with that?
Oh, it's nasty. It easily starts at 5 grand, often way more, once you factor in fixing water damage to drywall, floors, furniture.
Ouch. Okay, what's the prevention plan? Starting outside?
Absolutely. Step 1, outside. Disconnect all your garden hoses, drain them completely, roll them up, store them inside, never leave them connected over winter.
Why is disconnecting so critical?
Because if water freezes inside a connected hose, the ice expands. That pressure can travel back up the hose and crack the faucet itself, or even the pipe inside the wall.
Got it. Hose is disconnected. What next outside?
Find the shutoff valve for each outdoor faucet. It's usually inside, in the basement or crawl space, near where the pipe goes through the wall.
Okay, find the valve.
Turn that valve off, clockwise usually. But don't stop there. This is key. Go back outside and open the faucet tap itself. Let any water trapped in the pipe between the indoor valve and the outdoor faucet drain out completely.
So you're emptying that section of pipe entirely.
Exactly. An empty pipe can't freeze and burst. It's that simple. But so many people forget that second step of draining it.
Makes total sense. Okay, outdoor pipes handled. What about pipes inside the house but in cold areas?
Right. Any water pipes running through unheated spaces, think crawl spaces, maybe an insulated basement ceiling, attics,
Yeah.
wrap them. Use those cheap foam pipe insulation tubes. They usually come split down the side. You just slip them over the pipe.
Easy enough.
Yeah, it provides a thermal break, keeps the pipe surface temp from hitting freezing on really cold nights. Cheap insurance.
Definitely. Okay, staying on the theme of water damage prevention. Tip 5, part 1 is cleaning gutters. Seems like just yard work.
It seems like it, but ignoring it is setting yourself up for one of the most common winter headaches. Ice dams and leaks.
Okay, explain the danger. Clogged gutters. What happens?
Gutters full of leaves and gunk can't drain melt water or rain, so water pools in them.
Right.
Then when it freezes, you get this solid ridge of ice along the edge of your roof. That's the ice dam.
Okay, I've heard of ice dams.
Yeah.
But how does that cause a leak inside?
Here's the sneaky part. The roof surface above the ice dam, over the heated part of your attic, is often slightly warmer. It melts snow from underneath. That meltwater runs down the roof until it hits the solid ice dam, gets trapped. It has nowhere to go but up and under your shingles.
Oh, it forces its way backward under the roof material.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And once water gets under the shingles, it's basically inside your house, dripping into ceilings, walls, big mess. Clean gutters stop the whole process before it starts.
That's a brilliant explanation. Okay, clean the gutters. Got it.
Yeah.
So we've sealed the house, protected the pipes and roof edges. What's next?
Segment 3 is about keeping the heart of your winter comfort system, the furnace, running efficiently and reliably.
Tip 3, service your heating system. Makes sense. You don't want that thing dying on the coldest night of the year.
Absolutely not. Avoid that panicked, no-heat emergency call. The number one thing you can do, the DIY step.
Let me guess. The filter.
The filter. Change the furnace filter. It sounds trivial, but it's huge.
Why does a dirty filter cause so many problems?
Because it restricts airflow. Think of it like trying to breathe through a cloth mask that's clogged with dust.
Yeah.
The furnace blower motor has to work way harder to pull air through. That wastes energy, strains the motor, and can even cause the furnace to overheat and shut down, or worse, break down completely.
So check it now, and then how often?
Check it now, definitely, and then plan on checking it, maybe replacing it monthly through the heating season. They're cheap.
Good advice. Now, beyond the filter, the guide recommends a professional checkup too, right?
Yes, strongly. Call a qualified HVAC technician for a yearly tune-up before it gets super cold and they get swamped.
What are they doing that I can't do?
They're checking safety things like looking for any carbon monoxide leaks, which is critical. They inspect the burners, clean sensors, lubricate moving parts, check electrical connections, calibrate the system.
So efficiency and safety checks.
Exactly. It catches small problems before they become big, expensive, middle-of-the-night failures. Well worth it.
Okay, furnace tuned up. There's another efficiency tip in this section. Tip 5, part 2. Reversing ceiling fans. That sounds like a summer thing.
It does, but is a fantastic little winter energy hack. Find the little switch on the base of your ceiling fan motor. In winter, you want the blades to spin clockwise when you look up at it,
Yeah.
usually on a low speed,
Clockwise. Okay, why clockwise?
because heat rises,
Yeah.
right? All the warmest air in the room pools up near the ceiling.
Yeah.
Spinning clockwise gently pulls cooler air up in the center of the room. This pushes that warm air trapped at the ceiling down the walls and back into the living space where you are.
Ah, so it circulates the warm air down without creating a cold draft like in summer mode?
Precisely. You feel warmer because the overall room temperature is more even, so you might not need to nudge the thermostat up.
Mm,
Simple, free heat redistribution.
I love that one. Okay, almost there. We've done efficiency, protection, maintenance. What's the final segment?
The final piece, segment 4, is absolutely critical, especially because we've just sealed the house up tight. It's safety checks.
Right, because if you seal the house, you potentially trap things inside too.
Exactly. So tip 6 is mandatory. Test your safety devices, specifically all your smoke detectors and, crucially, your carbon monoxide detectors.
How often should you test?
Push the test button now,
Yeah.
make sure they beep, and change the batteries if you haven't done it in the last 6 months. Don't guess. Fresh batteries for winter.
And the CO detector is especially important in winter, right?
Hugely important. Carbon monoxide is produced by anything that burns fuel your furnace, gas stove, water heater, fireplace. It's odorless, colorless,
Invisible.
silent killer.
Literally. A working CO detector is your only warning system. Since you're running the heat constantly, the risk is higher. Non-negotiable check.
Okay, safety detectors checked. Anything else for safety?
One last thing. A winter emergency kit, just in case.
Good point. Power outages happen in winter storms.
Yeah, and losing power often means losing heat. So have a kit ready with essentials. Flashlights, lots of extra batteries, warm blankets, bottled water, and some non-perishable food that doesn't need cooking.
Turns a potential crisis into just an inconvenience while you wait for power to come back. Exactly. Peace of mind.
So that really covers the high-impact winterizing tasks from the Michigan Home Repairs Guide. Sealing drafts, protecting pipes, tuning the furnace, checking safety gear.
Yep, covers the big ones.
Most of this isn't like a month-long project.
No, not at all.
You can genuinely knock out the majority of these key tasks, the draft hunting, the pipe wrapping, the faucet draining in a single dedicated weekend.
Absolutely. It's designed to be achievable and high return.
Which brings us to our final thought. When you look at this list, all valuable, but where's the greatest value hiding?
Interesting question.
Is it in the energy savings? You know, adding insulation, sealing leaks. That saves you maybe $100, maybe a few hundred over the winter.
Or is it those quick, maybe 5-minute jobs of disconnecting that hose or clearing those gutters?
Right, tasks that don't save you much money directly.
But prevent a potential $5,000 or $10,000 water damage disaster.
So what's worth more? The steady, small savings, or the total prevention of a catastrophe? Something to think about as you prioritize your weekend.
Definitely food for thought. Prevention often outweighs the incremental gain.
Indeed. Stay warm, stay safe, and tackle those